Hi, I'm Josh Fidel, and I am a Principal Solutions Architect here at Advizex Technologies. Today I'd like to talk to you about 3 things you can do to modernize your data center. The first thing I'd like to discuss today is something called an app catalog. Why is an application catalog important? As we all know, more and more the focus of technology is to deliver apps to our customers, be they internal customers or external customers. It is through these applications that we can gain customer intimacy, grow our business, do better data analysis, etc. App catalogs are important because you need to know the dependencies of your application. Does your application require a database backend? Does it have a front end? What is the middleware? Is it something you bought or something you built? These things are important. Once we describe the dependencies of an application, we can then map that even farther down to the hardware infrastructure that supports those dependencies, and that will give us a better map of your data center with regards to what hardware supports what servers, what containers, what applications that support your actual applications that are in use today. So part 1 is app catalog. Build yourself an app catalog. Part 2 is application analysis. Why is application analysis important? Because you need to look at your applications and you need to know, is this something we buy or is something we build? If it is something we buy, is there customization involved? Why is this important? Because as you're supporting these applications, maybe financially it makes more sense if you buy your application to look at a SaaS offering from the vendor that you buy that application from. And then the question becomes, if I can buy that application and have it hosted on the application vendor's infrastructure, can I still do the customizations that I've done to what's running on-prem? These are things you have to consider. Build. If we build our applications, this actually makes path to cloud a lot easier. Why? Because we already have the code, and it should be relatively easier to refactor that code into services that can be consumed on one of the larger corporate clouds like Amazon, Google, Azure, etc. App analysis, app catalog, these are 2 very important things to do to modernize your data center. Why do we want to modernize your data center? Well, as everyone is talking about, it's all about the cloud. And one thing I want to make sure people understand is cloud is not just a place. To some extent, yes, it is, because it is a colo somewhere around the globe run by a large corporation like Amazon, Google, or Microsoft. But cloud is something more than that. Cloud is operational framework. This is the more important part of cloud. To deliver things quickly, to be flexible, to be agile, to be able to deliver all these applications, to be able to reuse your infrastructure. Cloud as an operational framework is why it is important to modernize your data center. So once you've built an app catalog, once you've done app analysis, the third thing you have to look at is programmability. Programmability. Why is programmability important? Why? Because you can figure out how to deliver applications in a CI/CD pipeline. As part of that CI/CD pipeline, you need to know, can I just deliver infrastructure as code? Infrastructure as code, all these things are not just, this is just our application layer, this is just our hardware layer. No, these are intermingled today. If you can't program your infrastructure to agile deliver services to your end users, you're not delivering cloud functionality. So CI/CD, infrastructure as code, you have to look at both your hardware and your software to understand how programmable things can be, right? And here's an example I'd like to give you about why programmability is important. I have a customer who, during the day, they have a certain amount of infrastructure, and that infrastructure delivers VDI, virtual desktop infrastructure, end user compute, to their internal customers. At the end of the day, when all those people log off and they go home, they run some code, it flips that hardware over, removes the desktop environment, and they use that same hardware infrastructure for marketing analysis, financial reports, statistical analysis of their data so they can innovate within their company, build sales, grow their company. And they're able to do that because the hardware and software that they utilize is programmable. That is very important. So, the three things you need to do: app catalog, app analysis, programmability of both your hardware and your software infrastructure. If you don't know how to achieve these things, the good news is Advizex has services that can help you do this. If we're looking at building an app catalog, we have advisory services. If we're looking at doing an app analysis, this would also be an advisory engagement, but this would be called cloud readiness. And if you're looking at the programmability of your infrastructure, our architects and engineers can help you find out what is available to help you deliver your infrastructure and your software as code. And we can actually build you something called soft infrastructure that gives you the agility to do things like flip your VDI environment. And we also are experts at PowerShell, PowerCLI, Ansible, HashiCorp's Terraform. All of these are applications, coding languages that allow you to deliver programmability within your infrastructure. My name is Josh Fidel. I'm a Principal Solutions Architect here at Advizex, and this has been 3 things to modernize your data center. Thank you.